My name is Cherine Kerbaj and I'm the National Manufacturing Manager for Nutrien. I manage a couple of sites in Melbourne and in Kwinana in WA. I am based in Melbourne, so there's a bit of travel involved in my role. My daily priorities are the safety of everyone on site, on both of manufacturing sites, making sure everyone goes home safe every day. We also look daily at our planning and our scheduling, how we are tracking on our schedules. Another important task, a daily task for me, is leadership and development, making sure I'm touching base with all of the staff and ensuring that they are getting the support they need, and ensuring that the sites have all adequate resources to complete the tasks assigned to them. That can include human resources and staffing, that can include equipment, raw materials, packaging, everything that is required for us to be able to produce and manufacture. All the chemicals that we produce on site and other resources are then distributed through our DCs and into our network and branches. They end up on farms and with growers. They help with the crop protection, with increasing crop yield, and then that helps with food produce into the markets and to people. So with sustainability, we look at both economical and environmental. From an economical perspective, we try to keep our costs as low as possible, which helps Nutrien and flows into the network and into the farms and then onto the producers as well. The way we do this is with our supply chain initiatives and with automation and other trends that we are following. With environmental sustainability, we look at things like reducing our waste, reducing the usage of fresh water. So we recycle our water, our washings. We campaign our production where possible so that we minimise our washings of our equipment in between campaigns. So that way we are helping the environment as well as our efficiency on site. Another environmental initiative that we're taking is the energy efficiency. So we are upgrading our equipment and we're always investing and looking at new trends in how we can improve and use equipment that's more energy efficient. So my day-to-day dealings and collaboration is internal and external stakeholders. Externally, I deal with a lot of suppliers to ensure that we are getting all our raw material and all our packaging that's required for production on time at a cost-effective price as well, so that we can assist the farmers and the growers. Internally, we deal with our operations team in terms of forecasting with the network, with the branches, on what sales are looking like on farm, how we are tracking, what's the trend at the moment, whether there's significant rainfall that's affecting what we are producing, whether we need to, jump into a different sort of production line to accommodate to those needs. So there's a lot of collaboration internally with many stakeholders. Another department we deal with closely, or I deal with daily, is the R&D, our research and development team. We're always looking at what new products we can include in our range. Is that something that we can produce on site? Do we need to do any engineering work to be able to produce that, or do we have the capacity and the capability to do that? I lead the manufacturing team, and collaboration is critical between amongst that team, but also with other teams across the business as well. Internally, we need to make sure we are all aligned, we are all working towards the same goal. We know what our plan for the week, for the month, for the season is, what we need to achieve, so we are all pulling in the same direction. That includes daily meetings, weekly and fortnightly catch-ups as well, to ensure that the broader team is across what's happening. We also need to collaborate with other departments on forecasts, on anything that has changed. It could be as simple as, we had an example just before Christmas where there was extreme rainfall and there was higher demand on a specific product, higher demand than what was forecasted. The network asked if they could get more product. That request went through to the operations team, who came to the manufacturing team asking if we can make more. That means I have to get all the parties on the same page with our planner, with our purchasing team, to make sure that we have the required materials to do that. We did pull it together, and as a team we were able to get the network the additional volume they required. That also involved supply chain, getting it out to farms on time. So it is a big collaboration, not just with my direct team but also across the business. Problem solving is a daily thing that we encounter in manufacturing. It could always be something like a breakdown on site that we hadn't foreseen, and that can put us behind schedule by a day or two. It could be things like supply chain. Supply chain is always a tricky one because anything that happens globally affects the supply chain. It's not something that we are doing in-house or something that we can control. We have been seeing a lot of supply chain disruptions lately with shipping, with ports being congested, with our product being delayed. So that's where we need to sit down and have a look at, because one product could be a raw material for 3 or 4 different finished goods. So we need to sit down and have a look at which one is required first, depending on the season, what the use of that product is, where do we prioritise our production, how do we get through it until we receive our next shipment. We can't have downtime, so we do need to fill our production with a different material if we need to. We need to make sure we have continuous production, so that's where we as a team collaborate and come up with a plan B or C if we need to make sure that that's happening. There's a lot of new trends in manufacturing. Automation is a big one. The way automation affects us is we are moving away from a manual labour to a more highly skilled labour force. So we are looking for people that have the skills in the technology and in data management. The way that affects my role is having to make sure that I develop my own skills with the technology and the trends that are happening. Continuous learning and improvement, needing to understand what is out there, what's new, what can benefit our team and our manufacturing sites, and then those learnings can be passed on to the manufacturing team, and then we can implement new trends and new strategies on our site to stay on top of all of that. So I come from a business and accounting and finance background. Joined chemical manufacturing over 10 years ago, and that's where I started in accounts, and then I moved into supply chain, procurement and logistics. From there I went into operations and into manufacturing, leading a manufacturing team, and now as the National Manufacturing Manager at Nutrien. There are other pathways to get to this because it's such a broad role. You can have science and particularly chemistry background. We have a team of chemists that work with us. Engineering is another pathway leading into this, especially mechanical or chemical engineering. So a degree in any of those areas can help you achieve those roles. Skills that help you succeed in a manufacturing role are things like problem solving, adaptability, decision making, leadership and management, and collaboration and teamwork. It's not a one-person job. You do need to work with a broader team to achieve those goals. With the challenges in manufacturing, problem solving is probably one of the most important skills. The team relies on you finding a solution so they can proceed and implement and achieve the goals they need to. The most rewarding part of my job is when I hear that farmers want to use our brand. It supports the Australian manufacturing, and that way it tells us that we are doing the right thing as well, and we are supporting the farmers at the same time.